And with that, maybe. And with that, we welcome you to the 2026 Northwest Regional Tournament here, being held in Medford. Our sound went away for some reason in our headphones. I don't know what happened there, but it disappeared.
We're good to go. I can hear you. I see us. Levels on the laptop there. So welcome, everybody. Good to have everybody along for day 3 of the regional championships here in Medford. Elimination game this morning with Wyoming and Washington.
And that's Joe Brett that you're listening to in the background there. I'm Terry Ross, and we'd also like to welcome KFBC Sports Radio in Cheyenne for this ball game.
Here we go.
Cheyenne, well, so is Kennewick. They're all trying to keep themselves alive for at least one more ball game. That take place tomorrow, obviously, but I'll tell you, if you live in Cheyenne, you're facing a really good ball club in this Kennewick team. Kennewick just happened to run into Lewiston, Idaho, and Lewiston, Idaho is probably, we were just talking about that today. Do we make Lewiston or Honolulu the favorite?
Well, Hawaii's shown 2 really dominant pitchers in their first 2 games. It's getting down to the cream of the crop for sure, and it's going to test these teams' pitching depth as we go deeper into the tournament. So we'll see what we get from them today. Kennewick, 13-1 winner over Kenai, Alaska, but a 6-2 loser yesterday to Lewiston. And the friends from Washington, from the Tri-Cities there, Kennewick, Richland, and Pasco. That was Washington that won, then lost to Lewiston, Idaho. Lewiston, of course, in that championship winners bracket game with Hawaii tonight. And Cheyenne, Wyoming, a little slow start to the tournament for them, losing to Honolulu 12-0, but they bounced back nicely with the 8-3 win yesterday against Missoula, Montana. So we saw Alaska as well, Terry. Long trip, long travel, and that first game out takes a little bit to get going, but everybody's acclimated now. Everybody's been in town for a few days. We should be ready for some great baseball ahead.
Let's run through your starting lineups for Cheyenne. Batting first will be Quentin King. He'll be out at shortstop. Batting second, left fielder Mason Maggard. Batting third, catcher Braden Camered, who, by the way, was the most valuable player yesterday against Montana. He went 4 for 4 on the day. That's about as good as it gets. I think he had, without looking it up, I got the stats here, but without looking it up, if I remember right, he had 3 RBI.
Yes, he did.
That'll be your first 3 batters, and after that, we'll see how far we get. Right fielder Braden Pearson bats cleanup. At first base is Caden Tafoya. At the DH will be Cooper Hassler. At second base, Colin Crecelius. We were apparently pronouncing his name wrong yesterday, so we'll try to get that right today. Crecelius. And at third base is going to be Kyler Hoff, and batting ninth will be the center fielder Broden Robbins. King steps in as he looks at ball 1 up high. Out on the mound for, you'd think with all these papers you could get it right here. This is yesterday for Kennewick, so that's not who's out on the mound for today.
Tanner Raines is on the hill. The right-hander is a senior for the visitors from Kennewick.
All right, so and there's a little looper. Fair ball, barely stays in. King's going to go around first. He's headed out to second base, and he will be there with a stand-up double to begin things here for Cheyenne. I'm trying to find one more piece of paper while I'm announcing, but I've got enough piece of papers. As I told Joe Brett, they're going to start fining me for cutting down trees.
King did a nice job there, just kind of fight off a pitch on his hands and looped it over the first baseman just inside the first base line down the right field line to open the game with a double.
That brings up Mason Maggard. Maggard out of left field. He's, I'll get some tournament stats here for you somewhere. I've got them for Cheyenne. All right, attempts a bunt. They're going to call it a strike. kind of a feeble effort there at it, doing that. So Robbins, or Maggard, by the way, his average right now is 0. He's been up there 5 times, but hasn't had an official bat yet. And looking to do something here right now, though, as Raines gets ready to deliver, and they're going to pull that back, and that will be ball 1 on that attempted bunt, but he pulled it back quickly enough that the umpire calls it ball 1, so he's got a 1-1 count.
Bunting is a lost art in the major leagues, but not in Legion baseball. We have seen a ton of it, and it's been used really effectively in this tournament. Even with first and thirds, they've been able to bunt some runners home in a number of occasions. So these teams not afraid to play a little short ball.
Here, Raines is going to step off. He didn't like the situation at all. So everybody will reset. And we'll do the 1-1 pitch here again. Sullivan is behind the plate for Kennewick. He pulls it back one more time. It's going to be strike 2 this time. Of course, Raines is out pitching. From third to first, it's going to be for Kennewick. It's going to be Driver, Teagle, McClure, and Taylor. Out in the outfield, left to right, it's Madsen, Kelly, and Doherty. And if we're a little slow sometimes with names, forgive us. We're trying to catch up here. A lot of times, the first time we've even seen the team. Here's a swing and a pop-up, and trying to give chase, and it will not work. It's going to go into the stands and bounce around. And we'll stay at 1-2. Sullivan trying to track it down, but way back. I almost got hit by a baseball again.
You're a magnet.
I got hit for the listener's sake. I got hit by a softball a few months ago, and it still messed the eye up, and we're dealing with that. But I was sitting out in the stands, and here comes one of those foul balls. Probably landed about 2 rows about from where I was sitting, but in a direct line for me. Good grief. 1-2. Raines sets. He looks back out to second base. Now he comes home. Swing and a miss, and that will be the first out of the inning.
Maggard looked at a couple of pitches there, 3 pitches he attempted and bunt on, got behind in the count 1-2, and put himself in a little bit of a hole there. Good job by Raines to put that breaking ball and get his first out with that runner still at second base in scoring position. That's a big out for Kennewick in this first inning.
Braden Camerad, as we mentioned, the MVP of yesterday's ball game, going 4 for 4 with 3 RBIs. He'll look at ball 1 from Raines. Yesterday, anyway, Mr. Camerad was a hitting machine.
Braden, and Caden, the next 3 hitters in the Cheyenne lineup. It's got a little cadence to it.
Those are all last names there. That one's going to be looped out to center field, but getting underneath that one is going to be Kelly. And unable to advance will be King on that one. So there's 2 away. And it looks like Raines has got the possibility of getting out of this without any damage being done, after allowing the leadoff double. That gets us to Braden Pearson. So Pearson now going to look to see what he can do about advancing. I don't think you're bunting with 2 outs, but as Joe Brett alluded to, an American Legion ball, who knows? They like small ball.
Nah, probably not with your cleanup hitter up there.
There's strike
2
1.
outs.
Called strike. Well, probably not, but usually don't call on the cleanup hitter to do a lot of bunting.
Pearson 0 for 2 in the tournament in the first 2 games. 1 run scored, has an RBI as well.
He did a little better in the state tournament back in Wyoming. 0-2. We've got information on everything here on Table Rock Sports. We have so much we don't even know what to do with it. Well, what they do with Wyoming? They put them up front. That's kind of weird. But Pearson looks at ball 1.
Good spot there by Raines, off the plate, outside, just to see if he can get him to nibble, maybe fish a little bit on that one.
So in his 8th tournament, Pearson was 4 for 11, scored 4 runs, walked 4 times. He had 2 doubles. He had 4 triples.
Phew.
So he had quite a state tournament. A little bit different here in the regionals right now for him. He'll check swing, and he was 2 and 2.
I'm not sure we've had a home run in this tournament yet.
No.
This is a big, expansive outfield, typically with the wind blowing in from left center field. So
yeah,
fly balls go out there to die a lot of the time. Not a lot of gappers, not a lot of extra base hits to be had. They've been hard to come by a little bit.
Here's the 2-2, fouled away down the right field line. This is a big park, 325 down the lines, as a couple of the coaches told me, that those are reachable, just straight down the line. But it goes out in a hurry to 400 to dead center, and they're all looking at it like, nope, there are no balls going over that one. So it's a huge park, but it's not built for high schoolers. That's the thing.
That's a good
Strike
pitch.
3 called, and that is going to end the inning. We head to the bottom of the first here as you're listening to the Northwest Regional American Legion Tournament on TableRockSports.net and on KFBC Sports Radio in Cheyenne.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Whether it's game day or a family get-together, Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
You want diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Welcome back to the American Legion Northwest Regional Tournament here being held in Medford, Oregon at Harry and David Field. And we're just talking about the dimensions. We talk about that necessarily not being built for high school, although they do play high school games here, but also the Medford Rogues play, and that's a college level. Those players are like playing at Oregon State University already, the bigger colleges. And they're not in their first year of college either. A lot of times they're in their second, third year of college, so they're a lot stronger. I still don't know that they get out to that 400-foot area with many home runs, though.
The Rogues don't hit a bunch during their home season here. It's just a big, big park, and the ball doesn't carry as well as some places like Klamath Falls at a higher elevation, or probably Cheyenne, Wyoming. You probably get a lot more carry on the ball there than Medford is allowing here at Harry and David Field.
I've also noticed that if it gets out in the outfield and hits the grass, it's not going to roll real well either. So I don't know what that means. Trace Teagle, the shortstop, will lead things off for Kennewick.
Zach Hall, this is his first appearance on the mound in the tournament.
And Hall's first pitch is a swing and a miss, strike 1. Joe Brett was a pitcher of note. Strike 1 makes you feel good?
Yeah, get ahead of the hitter every chance you get. Put the pressure on them. You can kind of dictate from there what you'd like to do and where you'd like to leave them. But that hanging breaking ball was welcomed by
Teagle.
Yep.
Yes, and he slams it out to center field just as we're talking about how wonderful it was to get ahead. Okay, and that happens.
He spotted that curveball right about belt high and on the outside part of the plate, and it's a great job by Teagle to take that the other way and go over the second baseman's head for a leadoff single, and both teams with their first runner of the ball game on base to start things out.
Brady Manson at the plate. He is the left fielder for Kennewick. Hall now looking at one on and nobody out. And he'll ready to deliver and does, and there's a bunt down. And that's going to be a good bunt. That's going to be hard to get anybody safe over at first base. Yeah. Second baseman there, Gracilius, got into kind of in the umpire's view, but that's a proper call. He was definitely safe. Trying to handle that was Hoff, but it was a great bunt. It was right between the third baseman and the pitcher, and neither one of them really knew what to do with it.
Hoff made a great play, a barehanded grab, scooping it off the grass, and throw was just a hair late there, but he couldn't have done any better defensively on that one. It was a perfect bunt.
So a couple of hits on the board now for Kennewick. Guess they don't want 2 errors. They want 2 hits on my scoreboard. And there's ball 1. Nope, I take it back. It wasn't ball 1. Hall just stepped off.
Chase Taylor 2 for 5 in the tournament so far. He's got a run scored at 2 RBIs, and he got a chance for another one out there at second base.
Taylor, the first baseman for Kennewick, he's going to put down a bunt. See, he pulled the bat back in time. It's ball 1. I would just say from our vantage point, that looked close. I don't have nearly as good a vantage point as that guy in blue, though. Oh. Hall is ready to go now with the 1-0. He looked back to second. And Taylor will pull it back again a second time for ball 2. So, they got all that a strike.
He painted that on the black on the outside corner of the plate with the fastball right there to even the count.
Okay, I'm going to have to learn not to get ahead of the home umpire. Make the call for him.
You are both wearing blue, but only his vote counts.
I got to look for the light blue guy. Here's a bunt down again. That one's going to be another good one. It's going to be taken by the first baseman, and he's going to throw wide. He tried to get it to Gracilius, who is covering first. Couldn't do it, and everybody's safe, and all of a sudden, Kennewick has the bases loaded. Again, I don't know that he could have done anything different.
Tafoya, when he came in, he took a little peek at third base to maybe think he could get the lead runner, and that cost him. He's a left-hander, had to reverse his, turn himself 360 degrees around the other way, and the throw went wide to first base, and a bases-loaded opportunity, no outs, bottom of the first.
So we'll see what Kaysen Allen can do. He's the DH, so he's obviously up there to hit. There's ball 1 way up high. Right now, out on the mound, Hall finds himself in a pile of trouble. Nobody out with the bases loaded. He steps up there, the right-hander getting ready to throw to the left-handed batting Allen. There's ball 2.
Allen 1 for 8 in the tournament, so he's hungry with these bases loaded right now to maybe bust out and get his bat going.
Allen, everybody taking their time now, thinking about what they want to do here, both pitcher and batter. Hall ready to deliver the 2-0. It's swung on and belted out into the gap. That's going to get down and nobody's going to get it. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Here comes Teagle. He is in. Coming around from second is Manson. Coming around from first base is going to be Taylor. And it's a not quite bases clearing because they've got one guy standing out there on the base, but it's a 3-run RBI double.
And Allen really just stepped into that one. That was one that did carry because he put such a good spank on it. Second double of the tournament for the Kennewick guys, and that one with the bases full opens up a 3-0 lead. Timely hit there for Allen, who's been looking for a big one to spark his team. He just did.
That brings up Dominic Driver, the third baseman. He'll pop this one up. There's a play. They're going to make it? No. dropped it. Cameron had it and went off his glove. So now I go back to my pitching guru, sitting here today, Joe Brett. He'll probably tell me, if you're going to keep doing this is the last game you're going to do for Table Rock. But what does it do to a player's psyche, a pitcher's psyche at that point?
Especially when you're having a tough first inning, you really want that first out there. So new life at the plate. And
that hurts, though. I mean, you see, there you go. You're going to get a slam, but that's going to be right at Maggard for the first out.
So no harm done there.
Yeah, I don't think Maggard even had to hardly move off of his brown spot out there. I don't want to make fun of Harry and David, but with this heat, we've got all kinds of patches out there in the grass.
They completely returfed this natural grass facility over the winter, so see some of the spots there are holding up better than others, but it's also been an awfully dry summer in the Rogue Valley. And the heat came on just as our teams came to town this week. But a little bit of a haze this morning, a little breeze blowing in. It's beautiful baseball conditions, and the evening games have really been pleasant.
Reese McClure, the second baseman, steps in. He'll take strike one from Hall. As now Cheyenne does have it out, but they do have Allen standing down at second base for Kennewick. This is a good Kennewick ball club, and it's an experienced team that's out there. Some of these teams, there's ball one. Some of these teams that we've looked at have come in and they've got a lot of 2026 graduates, a lot of 2027 graduates coming up, whereas other teams have a lot of 2026 graduates and a lot of 2025 graduates. There's a foul ball, and we're at 1-2. And you can play at this level until scoreboard says I'm wrong. Is the scoreboard right? Yes, the scoreboard is right, so I'm wrong. It's a 1-1 count. But you can play until your 19th birthday.
Right.
So, and I don't know when the cut. I don't cover American Legion enough to know when the cutoff date is. Sometime before the season begins, I know that. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be looped out to center field, but getting under there in a hurry for that one is going to be Robbins. And once again, Allen will have to hold up as there's now two away. That looked like maybe it had a chance to get out. Robbins got over there pretty quickly.
He got a great jump on that ball off the bat, and it was tailing away from him towards the right fielder. So you've really got to get on your horse when those right-handers go into the gap in that direction. He did a nice job of that to get the second out.
Braden Sullivan, the catcher for Kennewick, at the plate. And he'll look at ball one. This has been a nice run here for Kennewick, as this is the seventh batter that they've sent to the plate. Cheyenne now at least has two outs in the hopes of getting out of the inning without any more damage. There's ball one. Ball two, make it. That umpire looks like he's got a tight strike zone today. Maybe it's just my eyeballs aren't working as well as they should. They are getting older. The 2-0, way outside on that one. 3-0. They've had, as Joe Brett has mentioned, a lot of heat here. That's why this game has been moved up just a little bit. They were originally going to play this at 1 o'clock this afternoon, and there's strike one. But not so much because, again, it's going to be close to 100 today. I don't think it's supposed to make it there, but there's not much difference between 100 and 98. I'm just saying.
It's hot.
It's really hot. That one's way outside. And so Sullivan will be over at first base with that walk. I used to live up in the Yakima, Washington area, for those that might be familiar with it, and I know Kennewick is. People used to tell us, yeah, but it's a dry heat up there. We used to tell them, yeah, anything over 95 is hot. Forget it, man. To me, if it's dry, wet, or misty, it don't care. It's hot. Here comes Dallas Doherty, the right fielder for Kennewick, the number 8 batter to come to the plate this inning. And he'll pop the first one up, and going over to take a look at it is Tafoya, and Tafoya has it in foul territory. That'll end the bottom of the first, but it's been productive for Kennewick because they put 3 on the board. After one, Kennewick leads this one 3-0 over Cheyenne. You're watching the 2026 Northwest Regional Legion baseball coverage on TableRockSports.net, and you're listening on KFBC Sports Radio in Cheyenne.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
We're back here, and we're headed to the top of the second inning. Kennewick has a 3-0 lead after sending 8 men to the plate. Meanwhile, Wyoming got 1 hit and left 1 on base in the first inning, and they're going to try and see if maybe they can get it going again. Raines will be back out there for his second inning of work for Kennewick. There's a swing and a miss by Tafoya.
Tafoya, 2 for 5 in the tournament so far. He's got an RBI and 2 total bases as well.
A couple of singles. There's another swing and a miss. It's whatever Raines has got going out there, he's got it going really good right now. He's that's going to be popped straight up, but it looks like the shortstop's got it, calling for it, and Teagle will make the catch, and there's 1 away. He just Raines right now is just cruising. Although I don't know if you allow 1 hit every inning. I don't know if that's exactly cruising.
That's scatter those hits. You're doing just fine. You got a bunch of state champions in town with some pretty potent bats in the lineup. So we have seen 1 5-inning no-hitter from Hawaii in the opening round. But,
oh, man.
And they limited Medford to 2 hits yesterday with their right-handed pitcher that got them into the 3rd round unscathed. Honolulu's brought some really great pitching.
Cooper Hassler, the DH, swings and misses at the first offering from Raines. That's what I was saying last night. This morning, we were trying to figure out who's better, Lewiston or Hawaii. Man, it's a tough one.
Well, we're going to get an indication on that tonight at about 8:30.
Yeah, we will. For those that stay up. Of course, over Hawaii, it's only going to be 6:30 in the evening.
Yeah.
That's a perfect time for those people to gather around. Has fouled off. That will go 1 and 2.
Shout out to any of the Brett family that might be listening up in the Kennewick area. I had 3 uncles and an aunt that lived there. Used to go there quite a bit in my childhood days, so know the route up to Kennewick and the Tri-Cities pretty well.
Yeah.
My Uncle Glenn owned Layrite construction products up there.
Oh, okay. Okay. Raines is ready with the 1-2. Strike 3 called on the outside corner, and Hassler was just kind of froze by that one.
Perfect spot there. Just right on the knees, right on the corner. Hit her with 2 strikes. You really want to protect on that one, but as you mentioned, I think it just froze. It might have been, had a notion it might have been a breaking ball, and it got in on him and past him before he could do anything about it.
Yeah. Colin Croselius, the second baseman, will launch one to left field. Unfortunately, Matson is right there, and that will retire the side. We head to the bottom of the second. As we do, it's still a 3-0 lead for Kennewick over Cheyenne. You're watching the 2026 Northwest Regional Legion baseball coverage on TableRockSports.net, and you're listening on KFBC Sports Radio in Cheyenne.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
We return for the bottom of the second inning here at Harry and David Field in Medford, Oregon. It's the 2026 Northwest American Legion Regionals. Winner will be taking off to North Carolina. Probably pretty quick, too, because that tournament begins Wednesday. So probably leaving Monday, Tuesday, something. You know, if you're Hawaii, I'm assuming you're not going to go back home.
No, whoever goes to Shelby, North Carolina is going to fly out of Medford Monday morning after that Sunday championship game and be directly on their way.
Wow. Be a long trip to be on the road that long, but it certainly would be exciting.
You bet. The adrenaline will kick in and take care of anything that's needed with the jet lag.
Ooh. And Kevin Kelly, the center fielder leading off for Washington, is hit in the back by Raines. Or Mickett Hall. I guess Raines won't hit his own player. We have seen a lot of that today. A lot of hits.
Yep.
My goodness. It just
Hawaii had 7 in one game. 7 batters hit in one game in that first game.
Somebody was upset with him, maybe. I have no idea. Here's Teagle back at the plate. He's 1 for 1 as Kennewick has managed to bat all the way around. He puts down a bunt, and that's going to be another good bunt. I don't know if they're going to make that. Yes, got him. And going over to third base safely is going to be Kelly. Kelly goes from first to third on a bunt. But Teagle put down a good bunt.
That's Hoff. That's 2 great plays by Hoff at third base on bunts. The first one was a little late on the throw, but that one, he gets the out. Good hustle by the catcher to get down there, cover the bag as the third baseman was out of position. Good base running there by Washington to get that runner down to third.
With only 1 out, as Hall gets ready to face, well, not Teagle, he gets ready to face Manson. And Manson will pop it straight up. Hoff will take it. There's 2 away.
You know, you want to bunt the guy down to second usually when he's on first, as that situation was. He bunted him from first to third, so that's really good base running, base coaching. To see the catcher was going to have to come down the line there to cover and get that extra base.
Yeah, you just really had no way of going back across the diamond. That bunt had everybody moving the wrong direction. Hall, his first pitch to Chase or to Taylor is a foul ball. 0-1.
Matson has that was Matson's bunt that Hoff made the great barehanded play on in the first inning. So
Right.
if I'm Hoff and Matson comes back up, I'm coming in on the grass and just be there, be waiting for him.
Yeah. Hall ready to deliver the 0-1, and it's ball one. Apparently down a little low. You talk about going up to Kennewick. Of course, Yakima's not that far from Kennewick. They have a beautiful, Kennewick does, beautiful football stadium. Been there a couple of times. Wonderful stadium. You'd love that press box. It's not only gigantic. We get ready for the 1-1. Way inside. But in the winter up there, as you know, it gets really cold. And it gets cold quick as the football season goes on. Not only is it glass enclosed, it's heated.
Don't get that in high school very often.
When they'd had, here's the 2-1, fouled at the plate.
I spent a couple of 4th of Julys in Yakima at the Yakima Beatles Legion baseball tournament. In fact,
yeah.
They came down. They were the Washington State champions in 1977. Jamie Allen was a legendary standout for Yakima, but we hosted the regionals in 77 in Klamath Falls, just over the hill from Medford here.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, it does get hot in Yakima. I used to do the July 4th tournament. But and that's going to be slammed out to left field, but Maggard is right there. That will retire the side, so no harm done. We head to the top of 3. It's still a 3-0 lead for Kennewick as you're watching the Northwest Regional Baseball coverage on TableRockSports.net, listening on KFBC Sports Radio in Cheyenne.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you.
Former athletes,
parents,
community members,
anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes and stripes, people like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
We're back here for the top of the 3rd inning now. Still a 3-0 lead for Kennewick. Leading things off for Wyoming will be Kyler Hoff, who's been playing a wonderful third base. It's his first at bat, so nothing to talk about yet today for him, as he'll look at ball 1 from Rains. Gets back in there and takes a couple of practice swings. Rains works from the set, even when there's nobody on. And misses way upstairs. 2-0.
26 pitches for Rains, so doing a nice job to keep his pitch count in a manageable position in this 3rd inning.
As we were talking about before the game, you have 105 pitches as a pitcher for the whole tournament. Now it's down low. 3-0. There's not much margin for error.
Yeah, and there's different thresholds. On the first day of the tournament, if you throw 80 pitches or more, you can come back on championship day, but it's 4 days rest on that. So
right. Yeah, so now it's way outside. So on 4 pitches, down to first base goes Hoff. That'll get us to Broden Robbins, batting left-handed. And right now, Cheyenne is batting 143 for the game. So they need to find some bats is what they need to find here real quick like. Range his first pitch There's going to be strike one. As Robbins showed bunt, pulled it back, and still got the strike. Interestingly enough, he shows bunt, and the Kennewick players didn't move quite like Wyoming has been moving on the threat of a bunt. That's outside. 1-1. So the only one on the move is Driver from third base, as Taylor over at first base can just stand there continuing to hold the runner. Maybe if you go left with it, since you got a lefty up there, you got something going. Going to pull it back again. This time it's ball. 2-1.
Good eye. 9-hitter at the plate, leadoff walk. So ideally you want to get him down to second, get back to the top of your order. As King is on deck waiting for his second chance.
Raines will deliver the 2-1. Strike two. Again. Showed the bunt, pulled it back. That's 4 times now. He showed the bunt, pulled it back. Was he? Well, probably not bunting now. Not with 2 strikes. Raines looking. Finally delivers outside. 3-2. Although I will say I did a softball game and I said that they wouldn't bunt on 2 strikes, and they did. Went foul, so they were out. But you know, I guess you better not assume they won't. But usually here with hardball, you get 2 strikes. Nobody's bunting. 3-2 count coming from Raines. Over to Robbins, where Raines finally took too much time.
Big payoff pitch right here. The 9-hitter up, already walked the 8-hitter. So this could be the start of something for Cheyenne. See if Robbins can negotiate this 3-2 pitch.
Raines down low. Couple of walks to start the inning.
You know that stats usually about 70% of your walks will come around to score. It's just a poison for a pitcher to give up those free bases. And the 8-9 guys in the order, you put them on now with the leadoff man up, nobody out. This is a golden opportunity for the Sixers to make a little noise and get some runs back on the board in this 3-0 deficit in the third.
Everybody's out there huddling up too, talking about this.
3-0 lead. The coach is out there telling them just pump strikes and let your defense work.
Yeah, it's well, Wyoming has a chance. 2 on, nobody out. Got a chance to do something wonderful. My cameraman's trying to figure out. I would tell my cameraman, do not try to figure anything out by this screen. It's nowhere close to reality. I can guarantee you that. Oh well. There's strike 1 to King.
With first baseman way in on the grass on that first one, they were anticipating a bunt there. Now they'll get back to their regular defensive positions.
King had a double his first time up. Out to right field. Boy, it went right down the line is where that one went. Now he's going to turn around. He's going to bunt. That's going to get down. Who's going to pick it up? Finally, it's going to be picked up by the third baseman. Driver throws it away. Here comes one run that will score, and that's going to be all that they get. But Hoff comes in from second base, and on the error, they're going to get a second and third out of that. At least I'm going to assume that they're going to put that up. No, they call it a hit and an error. Okay, that will make sense. We'll allow that.
I'll tell you what, the bunt is the most lethal weapon of the offenses in this regional tournament. There have really been some really nice bunting situations that have been executed, and that one put a tough throw onto the third baseman there because it was positioned just perfectly and hung up in the air for a little bit and run on the board, 2 in scoring position, and your number 2 hitter up with Matson. Maggard.
Yeah, Maggard at the plate. Another lefty, and that one's going to go outside for ball 1. So we talked about how well Range was doing in keeping his pitch count down. Why, maybe not so much this inning. It's up to 36 of them. Which is still a long ways from 105, I realize that. My math is bad, but not quite that bad. That one's fouled away. 1-1.
You know, Hoff scored, he had walked, and now Robbins is on third who had walked. So again, better make them put the ball in play and give your defense a chance to help you. Those free passes are bad news sometimes. Giving Cheyenne an opening here.
There's a swing and a miss by Maggard. 1-2 is our count. Yeah, the Range has only walked 2, but those 2 are creating a bunch of trouble for him. He has struck out 3. And only 1 extra base hit. So
Maggard, one of those strikeout victims, his first time up.
And there's ball, 2-2. Well, I'll tell you what, Kennewick's not out of trouble yet. There's still nobody out, so they still have a bit of a mess to work with here. Raines getting ready to deliver the 2-2, and does so to Maggard, who swings and misses. 1 away. Somebody thinks I should give a run to Wyoming.
Well, they earned it. I did see the runner cross the plate.
Yes. Well, I did update their hit total, so I mean, you know, I was close to having it all right. 2 hits for Wyoming to get that 1 run. Now Raines has 1 out after that strikeout. Here's Camarade, who's a hitting machine, and he'll take strike 1. Now, although the last time he was up, he did not get a hit. He flew out to center field. But he'd love a hit here. Had some more RBIs. Cameron ready. He'll foul that one off. 0-2.
Good job by Raines to get out in front and these dangerous hitters in the order here.
Well, Camarad's the number 3 hitter. Need to get him out or you're going to end up facing the number 4 hitter, which is really maybe not ideal. They don't do as much bunting with the 3 and the 4 hitters. They let those guys swing away. There's one right to the first baseman, but a run's going to score. Taylor took it to the bag himself for the second out, but a run comes in. It's coming in from third base is Robbins. King moved from second to third on that play.
Great base running by Robbins there to realize he got a really good jump when that ball went on the ground towards the first baseman, and he was playing deep enough to where he had to come tag the bag to get the out, and by that time Robbins was home. Both of those walks have come in and turned up on the scoreboard, now 3-2.
Robbins was halfway down the third baseline by the time they touched that bag. Yeah, and Taylor, to his credit, recognized that he didn't even try to throw him out. He just let him go. It's a 1-0. There's a check swing. They're going to say 2-0 after they check with the first base umpire. So the batting average coming up for Wyoming. They were at 143. They're up to 200 now. Getting up there, Pearson at the plate. He's got a 2-0 count. Range delivers inside. 3-0. And coming home and out is King. Tried to steal it. Didn't get it done. And becomes the third out of the inning. But Wyoming back into this ball game now as we head to the bottom of the third. As we do, it's now Kennewick 3, Wyoming 2, as you're watching the Northwest American Legion Baseball Tournament on TableRockSports.net, listening on KFBC Sports Radio in Cheyenne.
Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Want surprisingly great rates on auto, home, and life? Now's the time to call State Farm agent Rory Wold in Medford.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This has been my profession for 30 plus years now. I really love my work. We try to source as many ingredients as we can, as local as possible, like local fruits and vegetables. We have a menu like you would find in any nice restaurant. We don't make it until you order it, so everything will be coming out fresh. We do have wonderful desserts here as well. Every day you have 5 or 6 options as far as a fresh dessert go. People are bringing their friends and family and wanting to show off what we have here to offer.
Come take a tour of Twin Creeks and meet our award-winning.
Fans, our sponsors make it possible to bring you this tournament coverage. We'd like to say thank you to General Manager Justin Lombardi and our title sponsor again in 2026, the Lithia Superstore on Highway 62. They are your home for Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat vehicles and trucks. We're working our way down to the bottom of the third. And the Kennewick Titans with a 3-2 lead will send Kason Allen, the DH, to the plate. He's 1 for 1. Got a single his first time up. A double, actually, out to right field, and he looks at ball 1. Wondering how Zach Hall is doing back there. He's pitched 2 innings, allowed 4 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned. He's walked 1, struck out nobody. He's got a pitch count. That was ball 2. He's got a pitch count now of 30. So actually, through 3 innings, or 2 innings, that's not too bad. The 2-0 from Hall would be a 3-0 count, as that misses low. And Allen looking to become a leadoff walk and get on base and see if he can't create just a little havoc. The 3-0 outside, and there it is, the leadoff walk that we just discussed as being really, really dangerous.
4 straight pitches as well. Again, you just want to encourage those pitchers to get the ball in the strike zone and get the hitters to swing. Easier said than done, though. Walked a few myself in the day. Kicked myself over those. Pretty good.
Driver's in there. Batter's box, he's 0 for 1. As Hall delivers the first pitch outside. That would be 5 straight outside of the zone.
Yeah, shortstop's got the similar thought that I did. Just give us some strikes. Let us turn you a double play here. Just pound that glove.
That basically what the shortstop does is just basically giving the pitcher a breather.
Yeah, just a little encouragement just to throw strikes. And
I wouldn't think they'd know a whole lot about correcting your pitch, but at least just stand in front of him and say, come on, here we go, we're good. That's outside. Pretty soon, though, he will get a visit from the catcher who will say.
I think King came in from short there just, save the coach from making one of the 2 visits that you're allowed to the mound. So.
Yeah.
Good leadership there.
The 2-0 from Hall is strike 1. So there we go. Kind of parked it right down the middle, but driver wasn't swinging anyway. That didn't make much difference. This level, a lot of times 2-1, 3-1, those guys, or 3-0, those guys are just taking.
After 6 straight balls, I don't blame him there. Make him prove he can throw a strike.
Swing and a miss. Well, he can throw strikes. Hall's got it back to a 2-2 count. He's looking for an out here. Actually, Wyoming, if they could figure it out, are looking for 2 outs. There's the 2-2. That's going to be hit to third. They're going to go over to second. No, they're not going to get one. It goes into right field. Oh, my. Hoff had it. Threw it over to Gracilius. And Gracilius just wide. And Gracilius had no hope of getting that one.
Gracilius got his footwork a little mixed up there, and he was down on one knee when that ball tipped off his glove out into right field. So, break certainly for the home team here.
For Kennewick, man, that's a big-time break.
2 on, no out.
Yeah. And McClure at the plate, who's also 0 for 1. He flew out to right field his first time up, but he takes ball 1.
Showed bunt there, but the curveball was outside.
So right now, Wyoming is just looking for an out, period.
Offered at that one.
And
kind of punched at it there. That's trying to get that up the right field, first base side.
I was looking at the scoreboard. They called it a fielder's choice for driver. So it's no hit. They didn't put an error on the board for Cheyenne on the throw. Oh, there it is. Now they're telling us to put an error on the board. There's a bunt down, too. Hoff is going to grab that one. He's not going to get anybody.
Again.
McClure just whoosh.
The bunt execution by both teams has been really, really good. We've probably got 3 or 4 hits off of bunts in just the bottom of the 3rd inning here of this game.
All right, I'm trying to. Okay. So now the coach, that's it. All is done for the day. There we go. Now the scoreboard, and I agree. All right. So we got a pitching change coming on. I'll try and get a number here as soon as they allow us to see the number. Number 20. That's who's out there. And number 20 happens to be, if we can find the lineup, Gage Broda, who's just graduated. Boy, he looks like he's a tall one. Doesn't he look tall?
Mm-hmm.
Good grief. I'm not going to find the answer in that book. I will find the answer here. For you Wyoming fans, you know how tall he is. But for the rest of us, I gotta look this up. We do not have the fastest internet right here either. Doesn't give me his height. He's got to graduate next year, though, so yeah, I don't have his height on that particular roster, so I'm of no value there.
This is Broda's first appearance on the mound in now this 3rd game of the regionals for the Sixers.
Before or after the game is a great time to visit Dutch Brothers and enjoy your favorite treat. Dutch Brothers supports the communities that support them. And for over 30 years, there's no better place after the game than Abby's Pizza. Make new memories at Abby's. They're not giving away free pizza, are they?
No, they're just right up the street, though. Fans are
in
town with us.
I was telling Joe that I was over at the in Pendleton, Oregon, for the 2A tournament, basketball tournament. I went into Abby's, and they asked me if I was involved with the tournament, and I showed them my press pass, and they gave me free pizza and salad. Score. I show up wherever there's free food. Just ask Joe. Every time he comes, he says, "There's free food. You want to come?" Yeah, I'm there. Had a good one Tuesday night, too.
Shout out to our Travel Medford and Southern Oregon Sports Commission folks, who are the groups that have brought the tournament to town this year, and they'll host the regionals for District 7 again next year here at Harry and David Field in Medford. Valley Immediate Care and the Cow Creek Band of Umpqua Tribe of Indians are the legend sponsors that are helping us put this event together and bring it to Medford.
There's a pop-up by Sullivan. And grabbing that nicely that time is Camarade. And now you got one away. Bases loaded.
Nice job by Broda to come in, throw a good tough strike, get a quick out. Just exactly what they wanted when they went to the bullpen there.
So Broda now will be looking for a double play. Let's see if he can entice Sullivan into this. And he will not. Sullivan's going to send it up to the center field. That was score one. Here comes another one as both Allen and Driver score. Moving down to second base is going to be McClure. So a couple more for Kennewick, and it's a 5-2 ball game. That would not be a double play ball that I was talking about.
Yeah, he put it right back up the middle, right back up the box there. Great job by that Kennewick catcher there to drive in a couple of runs and pad that lead a little bit now out to 5-2.
Kelly at the plate.
And still some work to be done this inning.
And he does not have an official bat yet in this inning. So Doherty down at first, McClure down at second base, and Doherty looks at ball one from Broda. Yeah, Broda's only job right now is to figure out how to get an out. If not two of them pretty quickly. Outside. 2-0. Kelly was hit by a pitch his first time at the plate back in the second inning, which is why he does not have an official at-bat yet. Got hit right in the back. He'll take strike one. And you look at that and you say, why did you let that one go? But that was probably a good pitch to let go, even though it was a strike. He wasn't going to do anything with it. It was up a little high for him. So, you know, why create it out? Just let it go by and let's do it again. He's going to let the next one go by, but that's ball, 3-1.
Yeah, to your point, that pitch was up a little bit in the zone, and he's probably with the 2-0 count looking for something right belt high, and good discipline there to stay off that and come back, and now the count's again in his favor, 3-1. Good hitter's count.
Yeah, because all he could have done with that pitch is double plated. Outside. Ball four, everybody hesitated. Nobody knew what that one was about. Ball four is what it was about. So now you got the bases loaded and one out.
Back to the top of the order.
Yeah, you can still get out of this with a double play, but my goodness, now you're really just making things tough for yourself. Teagle stands in there. He's 1 for 1. He's got a there's strike one. He's got a single back in the first base out to, or the first inning out to center field. And then he hit it to the shortstop. Grounded out 5-3 the second time up. Teagle. Though he has things going his way right now. Whoa, way over his head. 1-1. Mr. Teagle must wonder what the Wyoming pitchers have, why they have it in for him today, man.
It was a little helmet buzzer.
Broda didn't mean anything by it. We're not even going to suggest that. It was just got away from him. There goes one right back up the middle. That's going to bring in McClure. Also coming in to score from second base is going to be Doherty. Sliding into third. Out is Kelly. So, two more come in, though, and it's a 7-2 lead.
That was a heads-up defensive play by Broden Robbins out in center field. He knew he did not have time to get the runner at the plate, and he just turned his attention to third base through a strike there. Get a big out after another couple runs up on the board.
Manson. We'll see what he can get done here. He'll take ball one. Kennewick now has put 4 up in this inning. Manson also 1 for 1 on the day. He's got a single back in the first. Grounded out, second time up. Actually popped up. So there's a swing and a miss. Popped up to the shortstop his second time. He's got a 1-1 count. Broda trying to get out of this now that you got 2 outs. Make sure nothing else gets done. That's upstairs. 2-1.
Both these singles are sitting right back up the middle past Broda, so needs to be ready. He's getting some live action.
Broda in the set. Now he comes home and misses. 3-1. But it also indicates, does it not, that right now Kennewick is all over his pitch. I mean, timing, they're not early, they're not late, they're just right on it.
Yep.
So it's that's not a good thing. He's got to get him going one way or the other. There's another one, but Broda handles this one. He falls down. He finally gets it over to first base.
Well, he had his glove ready for that one.
He did. And then he slipped as he tried to throw, but he recovered. So all is well that ends well, I guess, as we move now to the 4th inning of play. As we do, it's a 7-2 lead for Kennewick. You're watching the 2026 Northwest Regional Baseball Tournament on TableRockSports.net, and you're listening in Wyoming on KFBC Sports Radio.
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherms, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherms Food for Less and Thunderbird Market.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
4th inning of action here at the Northwest American Legion Regional Tournament, deciding who's going to go to North Carolina to try and be the World Series champion. Hard to do, man. Teams don't win that one very often. Years between, so that's a big deal here. Pearson will lead things off for Wyoming. He is 0 for 1, having struck out his first time at the plate back in the 1st inning. Still out on the mound, Raines. Have blonde hair coming out of the back of his cap. That's going to be a pop out. That's going to go to right field, going back, and actually catching it on the run is going to be Doherty. That one carried a little better than it looked like it was going to do.
Yeah, it sure did, and Doherty did a nice job. Again, that's a right-hander with that ball tailing away towards the right field foul pole, and he did a really nice job to track that down and snag it there on the warning track.
I mentioned Raines' blonde hair because he's really got blonde hair. I don't know if it's dyed or not, but it's really blonde. I'll just say that. Pearson at the plate.
Thank you for that hair update.
We tell you all. And at the Pearson will foul the first one off. He popped out to the shortstop his first time up. Left-handed batter. against the right-handed Rains. Ball 1.
Our host, Medford Mustangs, had a 13-year-old Babe Ruth baseball team in 1989 that won the 13-year-old Babe Ruth World Series back in Millville, New Jersey.
Did you go back and call it?
I did. We televised that game. Well, tape delay televised it because we had to fly back there, tape the game, and come back to Channel 5 here and show it a couple days later. But that group of 13-year-olds went to Shelby, North Carolina, were regional champions for the Mustangs, and had the opportunity there. It is tough to get through state and through regionals to get to that World Series. It's
oh, yeah.
It takes a really solid and complete team to battle through.
Tafoya sends one out to short. It's scooped up and fired over to first as Teagle handles that one rather easily. We don't want to talk to you.
Must be a call to the bullpen for Joe Brett.
I tell you what, they better not call me, man. My right arm is not going to work for him. I'm serious about that, man. All right, with Tafoya being the second out of the inning, that'll get us to Hassler. Hassler is also 0 for 1, struck out the first time. Way outside, though, on this one. Ball 1 from Rains. So really, Rains' job is relatively simple. Just throw some strikes here and try to get some outs. That's about all he has to do. Rains uses the set position. Here again, Teagle. Oh, it's going to get on by Teagle. And handling it out in left field will be Manson. And standing over at first base on that 1-0 pitch will be Hassler.
Sharp ground ball, good diving effort there, but would have been no play to first, that deep in the hole. Good piece of hitting right there. Rains has done a good job. You know, his team staked him to a 3-0 lead, and he walked those two leadoff hitters, and lead was cut to 3-2. So now the lead's back to 5. He's doing a better job this inning of protecting that and throwing strikes.
Gracilius at the plate. He flew out to left field. Back in the second inning, he's going to fly out to center field this time. That one's lifted out there, right underneath it. Kelly.
Great job
and
by
that will
Rains.
retire the side. We head to the bottom of 4, and we do. It's a 7-2 lead for Kennewick. You are watching the Northwest American Legion Regional Baseball Tournament on TableRockSports.net, and you're listening to it on KFBC Sports Radio in Wyoming.
1, 2, 3. Right now at Abby's. Abby's BLT celebration is on. 1. Grab a large for under $20. 2. Go giant and get 50% more pizza. 3. Sauce it up with our new signature sauces. Now that's legendary. Our BLT pizza is loaded with 2 kinds of bacon, fresh lettuce, juicy tomatoes, and real cheese. All on our hand-rolled dough. Celebrate birthdays, graduations, and sports parties for less with our BLT. It's as easy as ABC. Order now at Abby's.com.
Prices at the pump are up, but at Lippert's, prices are at record lows, and we're giving you something extra this summer. Waterproof click flooring, just $1.99 a square foot. Designer tile, $2.99. Carpet, an amazing 99 cents. And you get a free gas card with flooring purchase. That's right, a free gas card with your flooring purchase. Time to pump up the savings on your next project at Lippert's Carpet 1, Medford and Grants Pass.
Today's game is brought to you by the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role campaign, promoting respectful behavior at youth sporting events, and by Hart Insurance, providing personal and business coverage in Grants Pass and Medford. Leading things off for Kennewick is going to be Taylor. He has a single. He has flown out to left field. Broda back out on the mound for his second inning of work. That's fouled out of play. Broda, if I'm not mistaken, this is his
first appearance.
Yep. Yeah. So we don't have any huge scouting report on him yet. Here's 2-0.
Yeah, it's
A
tough.
1-1.
He inherited a bases loaded situation when he came in. So clean slate this inning. See if he can keep the game within reach. That's his job right now.
The 1-1 from Broda is driven out to left field, but not nearly deep enough. Maggard gets under that one pretty easily. And I think I've got 2 away there, and I should not have 2 away. How about if we go 1, not 3? How about if we go with 1?
Talking with the Medford coaches yesterday in the early games for their game last night, and they said that outfield is where balls go to die.
I know why I'm having problems, because I didn't switch my scoreboard. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Here's one. Maggard's going to get this. No, it's not going to be Maggard. It's actually going to be a King getting over there from his shortstop position to grab that one. 2 away.
That's a tough angle. That ball's going to tail him back towards center field as he's reaching back over his shoulder. That's a nice job by the shortstop to take charge of that ball.
He almost overran it.
He almost did. He called it, though, and kept the traffic out of his way with his left fielder and third baseman.
And that's another thing, man. They've had some good communication here today on some of that stuff. As Broda's first pitch to Driver is a ball, I believe, ball 1. Broda has a 1-0 count now on Driver. 2 away, nobody on. Driver's going to lift this out to right field, but again, Maggard's right there. And 1, 2, 3. That's going to be the end of that. We head down to the 5th inning. It's still a 7-2 lead for Washington over Cheyenne. You're watching the Northwest American Legion Regional Tournament on TableRockSports.net. And in Wyoming, you're listening on KFBC Sports.
Well, I actually have met John Pappas.
Fans Road Credit Union is proud to sponsor the Medford Mustangs this summer. And during the school year, they work with the Medford School District to bring the Touchdown Club, the 3-point Field Goal Club, that would be in basketball, not football, but in basketball, and the Strikeout Clubs, all which raise money for North and South Medford athletics. And Table Rock Sports would also like to say thank you to Sherm's Thunderbird and Food for Less in Southern Oregon in helping us highlight our teams and student athletes. If you shop at Sherm's, they will save you money.
Shout out to Keith Kelly at KFBC Sports Radio in Cheyenne, Wyoming, as they're keeping their fans in touch with their Sixers here and hoping they're working on a comeback in the latter innings of this game.
They're hoping, but right now at the plate is going to be Hoff. And he looks at ball 1 from Raines. He's walked. His only appearance at the plate.
I stayed at the Doubletree.
Raines delivers, and that's out to center field. But again, that's just going to hang up there. And Kelly will grab it. 1 away.
Hoff drew that leadoff walk in the 3rd inning. Was the first of their 2 runs that inning, but better job by Raines to get into the strike zone there and get a quick out.
You talk about that ball going out into the outfield and dying. It's really going out there and dying today. Those outfielders barely have to move. Robbins reached on an error, also walked. And he'll take ball 1. guess I read that wrong. Let's say do it this way. He walked and then he moved up on an error. That's what he did. Here's the 1-0 from Raines, and it's strike one called. 1-1. Robbins looking to get on base and get something started here. 2-1. But again, as we said, this is a good Kennewick ball club. This is not to be thought of as one that's not so good. There's strike two called. We're at 2-2. Trying to come up with Kennewick's record. I think it's on this piece of paper. There's a grounder right to Driver. Driver fires the first. In time.
Driver showing the arm off on that one. He was right on the line, deep behind the third base bag, and do a little laser over there, get the out.
The delay was the delay in the umpire. He had a fist up, but he wasn't moving it. Like, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, Kennewick, after their loss to Lewiston last night, is 25-11. We were talking Tuesday night, some of us had remembered American Legion, as we should prepare you. The King is at the plate. He's got a double and a single, 2 for 2 on the day. And now it's going to be a little bunt right down the first base line, but they're just going to tag him. And that will end the inning quietly. So we go down to the bottom of the fifth. It's a 7-2 lead for Kennewick over Cheyenne. You're watching the Northwest American Legion Regional Tournaments on TableRockSports.net. And in Wyoming, you're listening on KFBC Sports Radio.
Sports are in trouble, and officials are in extreme demand.
So we're looking for people like you.
Former athletes,
parents, and community members.
What it takes is attention to detail,
A positive attitude and respect for the game.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
because the hard truth is,
No ref, no game. Play ball.
He's like, not a chance. I'm not going to spend every night. It was kind of me and him, and he only had one other guy. Oops.
Days. We all have them. You get up and just want to lay back down. In pain or not feeling your best and just want to get back to normal life now. Valley Immediate Care has been getting Rogue Valley residents back on their feet since 1999. Our convenient online check-in allows you to stay at home or work instead of hours in a waiting room. Along with our caring staff, on-site lab and x-ray services, we quickly get you what you need when you need it. Open 7 days a week. Valley Immediate Care. We're here when you need us.
Welcome back as we head to the bottom of the fifth inning. Kennewick trying to add to their 7-2 lead. Wyoming trying to get another 1-2-3 inning like they got out of Broda last inning. Maggard, Camerad, that would be, yeah, and Pearson are all due up. Oh, that would be for Wyoming. McClure is what's at the plate. McClure takes ball one.
Second baseman for Kennewick, the 6 hitter in the lineup.
He'll foul that away. And we'll go 1-1. So McClure has a fly ball out to right field. He has a single. Back in the third inning. Pop this one up too. Tafoya. Nope. There's another nice catch by Camerad. That's the second time that he's managed to grab a foul ball.
Almost the same spot there, too, down the first baseline.
Well, that's kind of a big deal. If your catcher is that good at doing it, your first baseman isn't coming in on a sprint every time. So that's a huge deal. One away. Sullivan. He's walked, fouled out to the catcher, Cameron, and he fouls that one out of play. Broda has an 0-1 count going. So we just talked about Cameron catching him. Well, one of those was on Sullivan. Broda delivers. This one's popped up and out of play. 0-2. They do have netting around quite a bit of the field here. But unfortunately, it's not real high. And balls continue to get over the top of that netting all the time. If you're sitting in the stands, you got to be pretty careful. There's ball 3. Or ball 1. 1-2. Well, Broda had a nice 1-2-3 the last time. Barely used any pitches up. Strike 3 called. 2 away.
Well, he had some snap on that curveball. It started up with the shoulders and broke right into the glove.
Interesting thing is, Sullivan knew it too. He didn't even argue. He was walking away before the umpire even called that one.
Done deal.
Yeah. This is out to third base, over to first. Hoff handles that one nicely, and it's another 1-2-3 inning for Mr. Broda, which helps the cause. We head to the top of 6. As we do, it's a 7-2 lead for Kennewick over Cheyenne. You are watching the Northwest American Regional Tournament on TableRockSports.net, and in Wyoming, you are listening on KFBC Radio Sports.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Whether it's game day or a family get-together, Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
You want diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Fresno State.
We welcome back Lippard's Carpet One of Medford and Grants Pass, along with State Farm Insurance agent Rory Wold of Medford. We're partnering with Table Rock Sports again in 2026. They are two great sponsors for us on our sponsor roster. We are in the top of the 6th inning, and here at the top of the 6th.
For July.
We've got Raines leading things off for Kennewick. I got that wrong. Raines is pitching. Maggard is at bat. Struck out twice on an 0-for-2 afternoon for Maggard. He's going to put down a bunt, but Raines is going to handle this one easily over to first base, and he's got that to Taylor for 1 away.
When Travis Demandi played them for basketball, they played it downtown.
Well, I'll tell you what. Cheyenne doesn't want to make it a 1-2-3 inning and easy for Raines, but he didn't use very many pitches there. Maggard struck out twice.
Down by 5, just 5 outs to go for Cheyenne.
Yeah, and Raines is looking like he's going to get a complete game out of this. Ball 1.
Time to put the rally caps on in that Sixers dugout.
Raines has like 64 pitches, maybe a little more than that. The pitch count isn't always the most accurate on the app that I'm looking at. Here's a bouncer out to shortstop, over to first. And with that throw by Teagle, there's 2 away.
Raines threw 1 inning previously in the tournament before his start today, so credit to him. He's had to crank it up and throw an inning.
Yeah.
It's not unusual, especially in tournament play, that you get an inning here and there and then get your start in, as he did today. But he's done, except for those 2 back-to-back walks to lead off the 3rd inning, he's been spot on.
There's strike 1 to Pearson.
Both those walks came in to score, the only runs of the game for Cheyenne.
Pearson is struck out. Sent a fly ball out to right field. 0 for 2. And the 0-1 is outside, 1-1. So Pearson actually would not, if having thrown 1 inning, would not have 105 pitches to use, since he's already used some of them. But it's not going to make any difference either. There's strike 2, as he's only used 65 or so, 65 today. So, not a lot of pitches anyway. I don't know how many he has left, but, maybe he's getting close. That's out of play. Let's see if we can figure it out for you. You might have the stats there for him. There's the stats for Kennewick. We'll figure it out. There's a grounder. Right to driver. Scoops it up. Fires over to first. Taylor tags him on the way by. And that'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th at the 7-2 lead for Kennewick over Cheyenne. You are watching the Northwest American Legion Tournament on TableRockSports.net. And you're in Wyoming. You're listening on KFBC Sports Radio.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
For almost 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the clear choice in Southern Oregon for your home, vehicle, or business needs. They are locally owned, they are family run. Bill's Glass supports our schools and communities. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's still a 7-2 lead for the Titans, or the Cheyenne Sixers. The Titans got all of their runs in the first 3 innings, and since then, absolutely nothing for them. Broda has done a good job of shutting things down. Kelly at the plate, and he'll take strike 1, I believe.
Swinging strike 1.
Okay. What you get for looking at your app and trying to do everything at the same time? It's 0-1. I got the right count. Scoreboard's got 1-0, but they'll fix that pretty quick. Broda, a long look in, finally fires. That's outside. We will go 1-1. Oh, now they say it's 2-1.
That's correct.
We'll eventually get there if you hang in there with us. Broda delivers the 2-1. Inside. Did they get the... I might have got the umpire just a little bit. He said he's fine. He's walking it off. Got him on the foot. That's why he wears that shield. That comes over the shoe a little bit. But yeah, I got the home plate, A.J. Herbold.
I think that one stung a little bit.
Yeah, he's still trying to walk that one off. I got to talk to the third base umpire. You know, we got an important conference here. Yeah, not so much, AJ. Oh well, we're good. 3-1 is the count. Broda working from the set. That's going to be fouled away. 3-2 now on Kelly. Kelly has been hit by a pitch. Kelly has walked. Kelly looking to do a little more than a walk. Now we go, what? Timeout. Get over to the Kennewick bench and nope. We're all good.
A lot of bases, a lot of production from the bottom of the order. Both of these teams today.
And there's a foul ball. Thought that was going to be an actual hit. Kelly, though, for the tournament is hitting 167. His on base percentage is 286, so he's looking to maybe do a little more than that. Right now, he's got one hit. Has scored a couple of runs. There's another foul away. We'll stay at 3-2. Broda here, of course, in the bottom of the 6th. He's looking for an easy inning. Another foul away.
Good battle by Kelly. 3 straight foul balls on 3-2 count. Good job by Broda to keep pumping the strikes as well and make him earn it if he's going to get on base.
Kelly is, those foul balls have all been back, so he's got Broda figured out. He just needs a little bit better timing. He's on him. Let's see if Broda can get a strike past him this time. Comes set, fires the 3-2 again, outside, ball 4. Well, that may not be the way you want to start the inning.
Props to Kelly, on base again now for the 3rd time this game.
It's going to help his on base percentage. Not going to help his batting average much, but
he's doing his job.
He's getting on base. Yeah, they'll take it. Teagle steps in. He's got a couple of hits in his 3 at-bats today. That one's fouled away. 0-1. Kennewick seems, as the game goes on, to be taking a little more liberty at just swinging at the pitches right now, as opposed to taking too many of them. They think it's in the strike zone, they're swinging. Not necessarily successfully, but they're swinging. There's outside. 1-1. Broda gets back up on the mound again. He will use the set position now, since he's got a runner in Kelly over at first base. Just having walked Kelly. Fouled away. 1-2. So a couple of good games coming up tonight, though. My goodness, really good games. Medford. I went blank. Who's Medford taking on?
Tiger.
Tiger. Oh, yeah, the Barbers. We were talking about that.
Rematch of the Oregon State Championship game.
Yes.
From last week.
We don't want to mention that they lost to them twice, but we will. So that goes outside. As that Barbers team is a good ball club.
Yeah, that second game at State with the Barbers in Medford was 3-2 in 9 innings. So
yeah.
After Tiger beat them 11-3 in the first time around in the tournament.
And that Tiger team, basically, other than that one game against Medford, they just blew it. We got a conference out there, in case you wondering what's going on radio. That's why we're killing a little time. Pitcher and catcher are discussing where to go for dinner. So with the, but Tiger basically blew through that state tournament.
They did, and they were the regional champions from a year ago. The Oregon State champions went to North Carolina last year, so their team with some experience, playing their way through the losers bracket, staying alive.
Surprising to see them in the losers bracket, really. But that says something probably about Lewiston. There's a shot out to center field by Teagle. And that'll make it first and second, and nobody out.
Teagle's bat was wide awake and ready for the 10 o'clock game this morning.
Third hit?
Yep.
My goodness. And that's going to be it. Broda is done. We are headed for another pitching change. And we'll try to get an eyeball on who it is before we take a break.
Good job by Broda. Inherited a bases-loaded jam in that third inning. Gave up a couple runs before he got out of it, but nothing since then. But 2 on now in the bottom of the 6th. Those runners will be his.
It looks like it's going to be Sullivan. We'll confirm that when we come back as you're watching the Northwest American Regional Tournament.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Wyoming brings in Julian Tafoya, who's had one appearance in this state tournament. He has not allowed a run. He pitched an inning and a third. Faced 8 batters, allowed 3 hits, but no runs in that time. Struck out 2, didn't walk anybody. And so Tafoya right now is going to try and close this ball game down in a hurry if he possibly can get that done. He's got 2 on and nobody out. And they're already down. I got them down 7-3. That's not right. They're down 7-2. Somehow or another they got a... I see what I did. Hit the wrong button. It's hard to be computer literate. I'm telling you, people.
Well, they didn't have them when we were first broadcasting.
That's my excuse anyway. Madsen at the plate. Pulls back the bunt, and we'll take ball 1 from Tafoya.
There used to be a headset, a mixer, and a phone line. The magic happened. Long before the video streaming days were upon us.
I can remember Marty gear.
Yep.
And Julian Tafoya on the mound. Caden Tafoya out at first base. A couple of Tafoyas. There's going to be picked up to Hoff. Hoff has nowhere to go. Everybody is safe. Boy, you talk about bunting. This Kennewick team has it down.
Really execute well.
Ooh, man.
And Hoff has made some valiant efforts coming in from third base there, but those bunts have just been put pretty much in no man's land to get it out. That was a bang-bang play at first, but just a hair late.
There's just nothing to go on there, but Tafoya taking on Taylor. Taylor swings at the first one and misses.
I'm guessing four Spoor there? 9 hits have been bunt singles.
I would think so. They don't record that down, that stat, but that's man, they just amazing at bunting. There's strike 2 called. 0-2. Julian Tafoya outside with that one. 1-2. This is a bad position for you Cheyenne fans back at home and here in the ballpark. Bases loaded, nobody out. And there's a shot. That's going to get in through. There, 1 run is going to score as Kelly scores, and that's all they're going to get out of it. Good play by the outfield that time to get the ball back in quickly and keep it down to 1 run. But now it's 8-2.
Sharp hit ball, and Maggard charged it nicely and scooped on the run there and limited it just 1 run there.
But you're still left with bases loaded.
Yep.
Allen at the plate. He's got 1 hit, a double back at the first inning. Otherwise, nothing happening for him. He's going to foul the first one off, left field side, and it's 0-1.
Kaysen's a left-handed hitter. He starts his at-bat with a wide open stance, that front foot well to the right and almost standing sideways there, and then he'll collect himself as the pitch comes.
Outside. 1-1. See that quite a bit in high school baseball these days, too. The right foot, or the front foot, what it would be. I guess it is the right foot for him. And then they bring it around. Kind of see that in the major leagues a lot. It's interesting that in all sports, whatever happens at the pro level gets to college, and whatever happens at college arrives in high school. Sooner or later. It may take years, but it's going to get here. That's fouled away. 2-2. That foul off to the left side again.
Tafoya did a nice job. That pitch in on his hands. Tough to handle.
Yeah.
Just able to fight it off. Allen was.
Julian Tafoya, and I'm assuming that they're brothers, is much taller than his other brother, than his Caden. Or at least it looks like part of that is Julian standing out there on a hill. But even when he's not, and they're both standing on the grass, he looks like he's a little bit taller than Caden. I'd have to get another roster to figure out how tall he actually is. There's another foul. So, Allen's not giving up easy on Tafoya.
He's getting his hacks in.
Making Julian do some work. We have a 2-2 count. There's a swing and a miss, and there is one precious out.
Foul tip into the glove, outside pitch. Offered at, but just past Allen's bat.
Still have the bases loaded. Driver comes to the plate. He has 1 hit. Take it back. He does not have a hit. He is 0 for 3. The driver would like to find a hit today. And this would be the spot for it, as far as Kennewick is concerned. And there it is. And coming in to score is going to be Teagle. Coming around from second base is going to be Matson. And the throw to the plate is late. And now you've got first and second, but 2 more runs in for Kennewick. And it's a 10-2 ball game. How long do you stay with Broda?
Broda's out.
But I mean, Tafoya. How long do you stay with Tafoya? McClure. He's at the plate. He's 1 for 3. Single is his only hit. He'll look a strike 1.
2 more runs would walk this off here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Yeah. Yep. It's highly possible with 1 out. You got another runner out there in scoring position. Fouled away down the right field line. 0-2. Yeah, if they want to play a 7th inning, Tafoya's got to get this shut down right now. Him and with the help of his teammates. The 0-2 is going to be sent out to second base. That's going to get 1 at second. They're not going to get the double play, though. And on the play, Taylor heads to third base. Driver is out at second. And McClure will stand down at first base. Got 2 away.
Caden Tafoya at first there did a nice job to dig that throw out and not let it get by him.
Yeah, they didn't. That double play was a little effort anyway. It was a little late, a little slow in developing that time. There's ball 1. To Sullivan, who's also 0 for 3. Still have a runner in scoring position. You got 1 over at third base. Taylor, that was outside. And Taylor's creeping down the line. That time he got almost halfway and then retreated. 2-0 count on Sullivan. That's out of play. 0-2. That's on the right side of the field, over the dugout. Stays 0-2. Nice and cool where we're at here in the press box. I imagine it's pretty warm outside. Haven't looked at the temperature. And that's going to get away from Camarade. And that's going to allow another run to score. And going from first to third on that is going to be McClure. And Taylor comes in to score. Make it 11-2.
Probably scored that one to pass ball. Not a terrible pitch, just glanced off the tip of the glove there and back to the backstop.
Strike. It's a 3-2 count there. Been engrossed in the game instead of running my computer. That's foul out of play. Ball 4. Well, it continues.
The runners on the corner coming to the plate, right fielder number 7, Dallas Doherty.
Doherty will step to the plate. Now you got first and third. Doherty has only 1 hit. He's 1 for 2, or 1 for 3. Courtesy runner coming in, number 24. Says it's Sullivan down first base, but it is not Sullivan. Doherty at the plate. Doherty with 1 hit out of 3 at-bats. And he'll take ball 1.
Gavin Steinsauer, the courtesy runner at first.
Steinhauser looks like a football player. There's ball 2. He looks like he's a big boy down there. Even from where I'm sitting, he looks like he's a big boy. I'm a ways away from first base. 2-0 count. Julian Tafoya trying to end this inning. Here's a shot to first. They're going to step on second, and that will end it. So we will head to the 7th as we do. It's now an 11-2 lead for Kennewick over Cheyenne. You are watching the Northwest American Legion Regional Tournament on TableRockSports.net. And in Wyoming, you're listening on KFBC Sports Radio.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you.
Former athletes,
Parents,
community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes and stripes. People like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Discover the vibrant lifestyle at Twin Creeks Retirement in Central Point. Enjoy spacious apartments, gourmet dining, and enriching activities in a welcoming community. Learn more at TwinCreeksRetirement.com. And for your personal or business insurance needs, check in with Hart Insurance with locations in Medford and Grants Pass. It's the top of 7. It's an 11-2 lead for Kennewick. Rain still out on the mound. Pitched, throwing 70 pitches so far. He'll take strike. They'll throw strike one.
Caden Tafoya will lead off. He's Julian's cousin on the Cheyenne team.
Now we got that squared away. Thank those in Wyoming that are actually listening and paying attention. That's foul. 0-2. Down the right field line that time. Little grounder. Foul ball. They're working their way back into. There we go. Now we finally got it back in. We don't have ball girls and ball boys here today to chase down the foul balls.
74th game of the season for Cheyenne today. Maybe the end of the line for them.
Maybe. That's outside. 1-2. So Range doesn't have a lot to think about. Just figure out how to get the ball over and let's move on. He takes a long time as he comes set. That's going to be popped straight up and out of play. Goes into the stands. Range has done a pretty good job. Well, he's done a very good job here pitching. He's held Cheyenne down to a batting average of 150, only 3 of 20 on the afternoon. And when they've had runners on, Cheyenne's a 1 for 7. When they got runners in scoring position, they're 1 for 6. So, and with 2 outs, they're only 1 for 6. Basically, Range is just whatever they got runners on is said, I don't think so. And that's going to be, they're going to say it's a foul tip.
And strike 3.
And strike 3. Yeah, just Caden Tafoya is like, huh? They called it a foul tip.
Rain's only 2 walks in the ball game today. The only 2 runs he's given up were those 2 walks in the 3rd inning.
Struck out 5. He's only allowed 1 extra base hit. Basically, he's been in control outside on ball 1 from Rains to Hassler. Hassler is 1 for 2.
Well, you get a complete game effort like this, 3rd game of the tournament. It really helps your staff stick around and have some firepower left to come back tomorrow.
There's ball 2. Yeah, because now you get potentially 2 days of play ahead of you, and nobody on the pitching staff otherwise had to do anything, so fouled away. A little late on that one was Cotton. His first at bat. And Cotton's got a 2-1 count on him. With one away, he's going to get a 2-2 count when he fouls that one back. We may not have ball girls and ball boys, but we certainly have bat boys for all the teams.
My grandson Alexander has been adopted by the Hawaiian team.
Oh, has he?
He was in their dugout last night, and he's back tonight.
Ah. Fouled away again. 2-2 still. Is he Hawaiian?
No, but he's a baseball junkie. And loves being in that dugout more than being in the stands down there with the guys.
I don't blame him. Still playing third base?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, he likes the hot corner, he told me. Outside, 3-2. How old is he now?
He just finished his 10-year-old year of junior Panther baseball.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he said he liked baseball better than football. There's a shot. That's going to get out there to Teagle. Teagle will fire to first. And there's 2 away.
2 hopper to short there, but Teagle had to come hard to keep from getting short hopped, not let third hop get away from him. He got down low with the glove, came hard, and picked that before it could get squirrely on him. Solid defense, only 1 error by both teams today.
Corselius, who is over 2. We'll see if he can keep the game going. There are 2 outs here at the top of 7. Raines delivers. Strike 1. All Raines has to do is keep his focus as he gets set again outside. It's amazing when you watch high school baseball, which is essentially high school baseball, maybe high school plus, but you watch it and the pitcher gets into this situation and somehow they mentally relax, and then all kinds of things go wrong. Outside, 2-1. Got a nice big lead, and they start to relax, and all of a sudden they don't have a nice big lead. We'll see if Raines has got his focus in. Right now he's got a 2-1 count. There's a hopper. Driver will take it from third, fire to first, and the ball game is over. So, it's a final here at Harry and David Park. And we'll just throw this up for you so you can see the final stats. As Kennewick wins this one 11-2, 11 runs, 11 hits, 1 error, limiting Wyoming to 2 hits, or 2 runs, 3 errors.
2 runs, 3 hits.
Yeah, let's try it again. I'm trying to read too many things at the same time. 2 runs, 3 hits, and an error. So, I was looking for another piece of paper. I can't find it right now. We'll be back, though, is what I'm going to tell you, with our post-game coverage brought to you by the Lithia Superstore on Highway 62 and online at MedfordDodge.com. We'll recap it for you quickly when we return right after this on Table Rock Sports and on KFBC Sports in Wyoming.
Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Want surprisingly great rates on auto, home, and life? Now's the time to call State Farm agent Rory Wold in Medford.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This has been my profession for 30 plus years now. I really love my work. We try to source as many ingredients as we can as local as possible, like local fruits and vegetables. We have a menu like you would find in any nice restaurant. We don't make it until you order it, so everything will be coming out fresh. We do have wonderful desserts here as well. Every day you have 5 or 6 options as far as the fresh dessert go. People are bringing their friends and family and wanting to show off what we have here to offer.
Come take a tour of Twin Creeks and meet our award-winning...
Welcome back here on Table Rock Sports and KFBC as Washington has eliminated Wyoming here in the Northwest American Regional Tournament, 11-2. The scoring looks like this. Kaysen Allen doubled out to right field in the first inning, and that allowed Trace Teagle to score along with Brady Manson and Chase Taylor, as it was a quick 3-0 lead for Washington, and that's the way it ended after the first inning. In the third inning, they put on a lot of runs. Quentin King had an infield single in the singled in the infield of the bunt. That was the way things got started. And Kyler Hoff scored from second base on a throwing error. And that was 1 run in. It was a 4-0 game. And then Braden Cameron grounded out to first base unassisted, but Robbins scored, and it was a 5-0 ball game. I take that back. I'm looking at it wrong. It was a 3-2 ball game. That was at the top of the third. In the bottom of the third, though, is when things got going for Kennewick, as Dallas Doherty singled and Kaysen Allen scored. That was an unearned run there, but Dominic Driver scored from second base. Reese McClure advanced to second base, but those 2 runs bringing it in made it a 4-3, or make it a 5-2 ball game. I keep wanting to give Cheyenne 3 runs, but they didn't get them. I'm sorry. But it was a 5-2 ball game. And then right a little bit later, Trace Teagle singled up the middle again. That allowed Reese McClure to score, and also Dallas Doherty. And with those 5 runs there in the 4 runs in the third inning, it was now a 7-2 ball game. In the 6th inning, the Kennewick Titans added 4 more runs. They did that when, again, Chase Taylor singled through the left side of the infield. That allowed Gavin Kelly to score. Dominic Driver hit a single in the infield. Trace Teagle scored, as well as Brady Manson. And then when Reese McClure stole second base, Chase Taylor scored on the pass ball. And that was an unearned run, but that was the 11th run of the ball game, and they ended up winning this one 11-2. For the visiting Cheyenne Sixers, their leading hitter was Quentin King, as he had 2 hits in 3 at-bats. You had Zach Hall, Gage Broda, and Julian Tafoya all out on the mound for Cheyenne. Oh, they're going to give me all kinds of official stats here as we're going over it. But, yeah, so that's where that kind of turned out. A double for King was the only extra base hit that they got out of that. Meanwhile, for Kennewick, their leading hitter, let's see, they had all kinds of them. But let me get it right. 3 for 3 for Trace Teagle. the shortstop, and a couple of RBIs. Anything else of significance? Probably not right there. And they only used one pitcher as Tanner Raines went the complete distance. He only used up, it doesn't tell me how many pitches he used. So I have no idea on that one. I thought maybe I would have that. Let me see if I got it somewhere else. Tanner Raines pitched about 86 pitches, so he had a pretty commanding performance out there today for Washington. So what all does this mean, we ask? Well, for Cheyenne, the season is over. They will go home at this point. They've had a good run. For Kennewick, that means that they're going to play tomorrow at 4 p.m. They will play the loser of Lewiston, Idaho, Honolulu, Hawaii. That game will take place like at about 8 o'clock tonight. They've changed the games. The Barbers in Medford will actually be at 6 o'clock, not a doubleheader here. So they're playing at 6, and they're going to play the other game about 30 minutes after that. So it's going to be like, 8:15, 8:30, somewhere in there. So that's what Kennewick will face, is that one. The winner of the game to come up between the Barbers and Medford will then play at 7 o'clock Saturday, and they will play the winner of Game 12, which is, of course, between Kennewick and the loser of the Barbers or the winner of the Barbers or Medford. So that's, it all gets kind of sloppy in trying to figure it out, but that's where we're at on this Friday. So the next game is at 6 o'clock if you're in town and are looking to come out to the game, and that will be the Medford Mustangs taking on the Tigard Barbers. And in the nightcap, Lewiston, Idaho taking on Honolulu, Hawaii. That should be a really, really good ball game. Those two teams have some kind of pitching going for them, as Hawaii has allowed like 2 runs total for the whole tournament. Lewiston's not too far behind either on that. So there's going to be some serious pitching going on, supposedly. But Hawaii is also a pretty good hitting team, and so is Lewiston. So I would say you should hang around and watch that game. Hey, we'd like to thank you for watching today's live stream here on TableRockSports.net and for listening back in Wyoming on KFBC Sports Radio. There is, as we say, more action ahead. Tonight at 6 o'clock, Table Rock Sports will be back with more of your Northwest American Legion tournament for 2026. I'm Terry Ross. If you want to know how it's all going to work out, you can visit our website at TableRockSports.net for game schedules that are coming up. Again, we thank you for watching, and we wish you a good afternoon.